It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Patriots, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New England Patriots. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
The Eagles ready to defend their NFC crown. The 2023 season underway from Foxborough. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback, but last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Holding offense.
This is unbelievable.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 46 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, the Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his 2nd year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Stevenson on first down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jones finding Bourne here over the middle.
Well, this really an interesting matchup here in week 1. Of course, you got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long wait to get back at it again since the loss to the Chiefs back in February.
And no Zach Ertz. Was it a touchdown? Was it not a touchdown? In New England, they're still upset over that call. But, hey, this game is going to be a blast because the Eagles, they didn't feel like they put enough pressure on the quarterback in the Super Bowl. They want to really get after him in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here's Ward to return.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0? like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
13 yards. First down, Philadelphia. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Eagles
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down.
Here we go, get set.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 4.
Throwing Jones.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Oh, the return is Ward.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins
from 10 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. 5 plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
21.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Open man is Bourne. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and his throw is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it was the Cardinals who began the Jonathan Gannon era with a victory. Kyler Murray, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they lead the visiting Packers at halftime. The Bears trying to start the season right and is looking good so far at home. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones.
That one complete to Parker.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead at Stevenson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Jones to throw on 2nd down.
That is incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jalen Carter.
That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Second and 5 now.
Hurts.
Now he's flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Patriots take over.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To the right side, this is Stevenson.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Fights loose. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Looking to throw. Jones.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
3rd and 8. They go play action with Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Jones.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Patriots, 1st down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in in and go like.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Oh, some strong running.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now Jones and the Patriots down by 16. 1:25 to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the return will stop right around the 25. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
127 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Patriots nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing Jones. Oh, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Eagles, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.